Welcome back to the Three Bourbon Years. This week, Ben Holladay,
Rickhouse
proof, made with soft red wheat. Not hard, soft red wheat. Squishy. And we have not done a Ben Holladay yet, have we?
No, we haven't. I know this one's been making its round on the good old tubes. And
the tubes.
People are making kind of a big deal about it. They came out with their regular like navy blue label. People were loving it. It's, got a nice sweet, different taste to it. So they did this Rickhouse, which basically just makes it at barrel strength, and people are loving it. So I found one on the store shelf at Woodman's, I believe.
In the streets.
This happened like
on the streets
a couple months ago, thus why it's about half gone. Not going to say anything. I don't want to spoil anything.
It's interesting.
I have initial opinions on it, but I'm not going to spoil anything for you guys.
You know, he shows up with these bottles and we don't see him for a couple weeks, and all of them are half gone.
This is actually my third one.
It makes you wonder.
A true bourbon brother.
Yes.
We were discussing the transparency.
Yes. Absolute perfect transparency. Which floor?
This.
Perfection.
Me likey.
Yeah, what it's got the different floors, the percentage on how much came from which floor, and the proof, and when it was bottled, and when it was barreled, and
so what do we have on this?
Has an age statement of 6 years.
This was distilled in the spring of 2017.
Okay.
Rickhouse C, bottled October of 2023.
All right.
And did you mention that?
The floors, the percentages.
Awesome. So
this is 77% off floor 4 for you guys who are big into this one. Yeah, it's 60%, so it's 120.1 proof. Aged at least 6 years. And I got the mash bill. It's 73% corn, 15% wheat, 12% malted barley.
I love transparency because then you can actually justify the cost. Which, how much was this?
$75.
Okay.
$75.
Yes.
Okay, so better come to play.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is a twist off, which
is
interesting.
That was deceiving because it did not look like a twist off at all.
I literally went like the first time I opened it, I was like, "What the?"
Very weird.
Why are they doing that?
Hey, while I get these poured, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. We reply to each comment. Also, go check out our Patreon page. We just started that. It's $5 for a subscription there. You get access to additional content that could ruin our lives if you see it. You can't tell anybody.
Oh yeah.
But you also get your name in the credits at the end of the video, and you get to vote on things and talk with Mitch. So go over there and check it out.
Who doesn't join now? You're gonna get a flood of people. They want to talk to me.
Yeah, not if we get 76 views.
Yeah, that's true.
Help us out. Like this video right now.
Like, send it to a buddy, then they send it to a buddy, then they send it to a buddy. That's already like 10 buddies right there.
Share the load.
Share the love.
Yes.
All right.
It's got a soft
$75.
Soft red
75 Dolores.
I mean,
pesos.
Looks like whiskey.
Taylor's trying to get me drunk tonight. What are you trying to do, huh?
Actually, we're drinking a lot of barrel proof stuff tonight.
Just be really raunchy.
Check out Patreon and find out what Taylor says on
the next episode of the Bourbonniers. Will Taylor go through with his request? Stay tuned to find out.
Stay tuned to TVC.
TVC.
The stabbing cabin.
The stabbing cabin.
That's what we should do on a boat. Let's start filming episodes on a houseboat.
Houseboat? This smells like booze.
Yeah. You don't say.
I mean, in a bad way though.
Is it smelling pretty
hooch?
Ethanol-y for you?
Just, yeah, it smells like rubbing alcohol, I'm not gonna lie.
It is giving me rubbing alcohol.
Also,
vibes.
like going against that Jack Daniel's single barrel proof. Nowhere near.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, way different thing.
All right, I'm gonna try to.
I can't really get in there. It offends quickly.
It does for 120 proof. It's.
I would say if I'm pulling anything out, maybe like a light vanilla.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean,
not much citrus. I mean, it is it's very offensive to me.
I think I'm getting mostly like.
I feel like I'm
like wood char and like
sniffing like spray paint.
Yeah, can you get in there even like
leather?
I don't know if something's wrong with me right now, but I'm having troubles.
All right.
A little bit of
here we go.
A little bit of like burnt sugar or something.
Oh man, why?
All right, there goes my nosing for the rest of the night. Sorry.
Man, no, that is just like burnt sugar, maybe some.
It's kind of calming down a little bit.
Yeah,
but yeah, maybe.
But no, it smells like a hooch. Like, come try this, boy.
Yeah.
And you just like made it in your backyard.
You pour it on the asphalt and then you light it on fire.
Yeah. Lights your way home.
Yeah.
I mean,
Right. I don't
Can't-
think we need to spend more time on the nose. It's
Can't
pretty.
pull a lot out of there.
it definitely smells pretty potent, and I'm getting just.
Like, are you getting any notes?
I'm getting almost like more of like a peppery, leathery type, but it just gets into that burn. I mean, it's just kind of an ethanol-y burn.
Burnt sugar with rubbing alcohol.
I think you're right. Like, there's just like a hint of burnt sugar in there.
All right.
All right, yeah, let's get into it.
Cheers to the palate doing more than the nose. Cheers.
Oh, interesting.
Takes a different turn at the end.
It's so quiet right now.
Prickly.
The end gets a little nutty.
Prickly.
Yeah, it definitely like there's a weird tinge at the end. Like,
I feel like I'm getting a little bit more in the nose now, which I kind of expected to happen after.
well, I will say that the palate is less offensive than the nose. It is still hot. Don't get me wrong, but it's definitely less offensive.
It's actually, yeah, it doesn't. The nose doesn't do this justice at all.
How many times do we find one where the nose sucks, but the palate's better?
Super rare.
Because usually it's the other way around, where it's
Yeah.
like the nose is good, but the whiskey sucks.
This thing is prickly up front, mid palate tapers off, and there's really not a lot of finish.
Honestly, the finish is not very good.
It's just a little nutty finish. Comes back with a little peanut butter.
There is a lot happening up front, though. Like, there's a lot going on.
I think it's really nutty. Now you say that.
I think it is
and there's
nutty.
some bitterness there too, which usually goes hand in hand with nuttiness. But
Up front, it's sweet. A little sugary. The burn, it doesn't come in right away. It kind of comes in the end, or mid palate. Starts in the mid palate.
It does. It does.
And then after that burn goes away, you're kind of left with this like nutty
bitter thing.
peanut profile. Yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't last too long either. Like, you're left with it, and then it kind of like just goes somewhere.
It's interesting.
I almost get like a cayenne touch in the front,
Yeah.
like this a spice that is hot but goes away fairly quick, almost like a red hot,
like a paprika,
not
or
like cinnamon. Yeah, like more like paprika cayenne, not like sweet.
chili powder, maybe.
Yeah,
Something like that.
it's prickly on your tongue, like you're about to eat like a hot Mexican dish, but not like carrying the burn.
Tahini.
It is. Yes, tahini. Tahini would be.
Is that,
But,
how-
like,
is that how you pronounce
Maybe
it?
some mango habanero.
I always say
wings.
tajin. I say tajin, but that's
It can't be
about as Canadian as you can get. I'm sure it's tahini.
some tacos.
Jalapenos. That's jalapeno.
What else do you think about it?
I think it's really cool. I'm just gonna say I think it's really cool that like we had touched on at the beginning. It's like this flavor that like starts so small and then it just like builds and builds and builds. It's like so weird because it's like simple and then it gets complex and hot and then the finish kind of sucks. But
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm ready.
I'm ready to.
$75.
Let's go try by tonight.
All right.
I'm gonna go first.
You're gonna go first.
I'm very confident.
Guy's made up his mind.
Uh-oh.
I'm very
Is that
confident
good or
that I
bad?
would never buy this bottle ever in my entire life. It is a deny. This is equivalent to like, I got into a car and I was like, oh, she's got some giddy up. And then you hit the corner and it's a little squirrely and then you just wreck it. That's how I feel about this bottle. The prickly thing on the front is that caught me right away. I'm like, oh, that's kind of interesting. Wholly bitter on the tail end. Biggest thing is the $75. Holy.
What would you pay for this?
I wouldn't buy it.
Okay.
Oh, gee.
That's how I
You
feel
pay a
about it.
whopping $0.
I would just be like, $40. I'll see you next week. I'm not gonna buy it. So
Strong words.
yeah, sorry.
you go.
No, that's okay. I can go. I'm gonna deny. I'm gonna deny on this one too. I almost feel bad, but I guess I'll say something harsh. I mean, it's another bottle of whiskey. Like, great.
Accurate.
Add another one to the 5 aisles at your grocery store of whiskey at this point. There's another one.
This
Chalk
is
it up.
allocated. This is harder to find though. That regular Ben Holladay is everywhere though.
I mean, it should all be everywhere. I don't know. It seems to me like It's just that it's another bottle of whiskey. Congratulations. Why is it $75? No idea. It's 6 years old.
We're
Yeah,
sure this is
it
an
is.
MGP.
No, it's their own distillery.
Okay.
Yeah, they have their own.
Well,
I just don't.
good for you guys for starting a business.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's cool.
With some tax write-offs.
I mean,
and
I think
stuff. Put their money from earnings from other endeavors that they have.
some tax write-offs. So I'm kind of agreeing with Taylor on this one. It's just, it fits so random, not well either. It just fits in with all this general category of whiskey. There's nothing interesting, doesn't stand out, and it's hitting the higher end of those bottles, which it doesn't really do a lot that's different. I think so. Actually, the regular label is like overly sweet. So to me, and that's like, I think like $30-40. So to me, that does something different than a lot of bottles at that range, where this, you would think that sweetness would come through, but this just comes off as bitter and hot.
You gotta come to play at $75, right?
And you're
And for
allocated.
75.
And you're
And you're
allocated.
allocated.
Like,
That's
and
the
you're
other thing.
allocated.
Like,
I don't know if I said I'm a deny. I'm interested in what these guys are gonna do in the future because I think it is cool. But like, I don't know. It's just right now. So they do right now have a 7-year. It's basically this, but it's more of this color bottle instead of the red label, and it's a 7-year bottle and bond. Could be interesting if it's 20 proof less, and they do have it at Woodman's right now.
what's interesting about this bottle is how they're doing so many things right and so many things wrong.
Right.
Like, I love the transparency. This
Twist
is
top.
awesome. This is awesome. Transparency all day.
Yes.
This gets me fired up. And if I see this, I have no idea what it is. I'm more likely to grab this and be like, oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Twist top, come on.
It doesn't bother me that much, the twist top.
It doesn't, but it's like,
It doesn't
I don't
change
know.
anything, really.
What's the point of
It
it?
doesn't, but I just want to feel like a dirty pirate.
Yeah, I agree with that. Like, yeah, it feels better to pull a cork out. There's no doubt.
But anyways, I just like capitalize on this transparency and
Yes.
do something awesome with it.
Yep.
But $75 just for
Just,
like
just another bottle.
yeah,
Just another bottle of whiskey. This is the problem, is
I
that
hope they
whiskey
do
blew
that.
up, it got so big, and the market got flooded with just regular old bottles.
And
you know,
we've
right?
tried so much whiskey that like we're really picky, and if things just blend into that 90% of what we've tried, we're just like, okay, is it at least affordable? No. Okay, then it's shit.
I feel
Like,
I feel
it's-
bad because I have a buddy,
That's the truth.
Mark, who is like, "Have you tried this?"
Yeah.
And like, dude, like 7 or 8 times out of 10, I'm like,
Yeah.
it sucks. Like,
People get amped
You
up.
tell them, you're just like, yeah. it's
yeah,
not-
like I feel like every time I talk to you, it's not good, but there's so much good whiskey that you don't want to put up with the
Yeah.
bad whiskey.
Yeah, there's no reason
Like,
to put up with it, right? There's no reason to humor someone. I mean, here's the thing though. Like, is he like early on in his?
No,
whiskey?
he's a bourbon,
well,
yeah.
because I feel like the earlier on you are in your whiskey journey,
Right.
the more amped up you are about like, oh, I found this bottle in a store. It's not allocated, but it might be a cool try. And you
Right.
try it, and you're like,
Right.
okay, well, it's gonna taste like every single other bottle that you see on the same shelf.
That was
right?
us.
Right.
We
That was
did
us.
a lot of that. you
Well,
know,
yeah,
just-
we got to the point where we were like, let's try Larceny and let's try Elijah Craig and
Old Forester.
we're doing all that. Old Forester.
and then you go, why? Let's just buy the Knob Creek lineup and never spend money on whiskey ever again.
Yeah. All right.
Besides
I think we
Kenny
made it one video without bringing up Knob. I think we made it one video.
All right,
But
All right, that's going to do it, folks. Thanks for stopping by and watching. Have you been able to find or try this Rickhouse proof, Ben Holladay?
by the way, if we pissed anyone off, let us know down below because this has some people love it. I haven't heard a lot of hate for it, but maybe we're weird. On the
Yeah,
channel.
maybe we're weird. Let
don't
us
know.
know. Give us an angry
I'm
comment down
I'm
below.
curious.
We'll fight back with you. We'll tell you why we hate it. You tell us why you love it.
Yeah.
Also, don't forget to go and follow us on Patreon. Again, you're going to get behind-the-scenes content.
I want to drink this.
Yeah, it's only $5. It'll help out the channel big time, help us get new equipment, and continue to put out this free content on YouTube for you. So that'll do it, folks.
All for one and one for all.
Cheers.
All right, just film and like I'm gonna do it when I'm ready.
All right, go for it. Into your mouth first and then swirl it around the top.